seeing right now in full. We have bridges are shut down below. We don't know how much longer this tug's going to be able to stand. And he is shooting sparks out the back right now as we speak. This is an unsafe situation.
They may be able to get them through without striking it. One barge has gone through. It looks like there's another one. And here is a third. You may not be able to tell from this angle, but there was another motor vessel downriver that I saw as we approached the bridge. So far, it appears that they've been able to push them enough.
Okay, guys, breaking news here. We've got something strange happening here in Pittsburgh. Over 26 barges loose in Pittsburgh. And it's a public safety emergency. The city of Pittsburgh has issued a report. I'm going to read that to you in just a second. I also have another video that I'm going to share with you. What is happening to our infrastructure, y'all? What is happening, Nez Nation, to our bridges? You know, this is coming off the heels of the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse that happened very recently in Baltimore that caused a huge stir. I'm going to switch now to this tab right here. This is the, let me see here. Let me just show this real fast. So this is the City of Pittsburgh Public Safety blotter. And let me just kind of make that a little bit bigger here so we can read this together. This literally just happened not that long ago. And so this happened just recently at 11:20. Let me read this really quickly. At 11:25, Pittsburgh Fire, EMS, and police were dispatched for reports of barges breaking loose and floating uncontrolled down the Ohio River. In total, 26 barges broke loose. 23 were loaded. I'm sorry, 23 were loaded and 3 were empty. Holy macadamia nut. This has then essentially what this has done, Nez Nation, is this has created an emergency in Pittsburgh. They've shut down all of the bridges in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. If you're in Pittsburgh or around this area, let me know in the comments if you see anything or if you know of anything that's going on. I mean, this is really, really strange. I don't understand. More than 20 barges break loose. Recovery efforts are underway. They break. That's kind of mysterious. I'm not a bridge expert. I'm not an architectural engineer. I'm not a mariner expert, but how do 20 barges mysteriously break loose? This keeps happening over and over again. And you have to think to yourself, Nez Nation, when coincidence happens over and over again, it no longer becomes a coincidence. What are these surprises that keep coming up? Remember, keep this in context. I am not a conspiratorial channel. I'm not a conspiracy. I love my country more than anything. And I care about, this is the whole purpose of my channel. I care about sharing news and information that mainstream media won't touch because they won't touch this stuff. But we are in the most consequential election year since 1861. It has never been more consequential. I truly feel it was more consequential than 2016, 2020, than 2000. This is the most consequential year of our republic. Why do these things keep happening? And I mean, obviously, our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody in the Pittsburgh area. I would love to hear from you if you're from there. Here's another interesting video right here. Let me Hold on a second. I'll share this in just a second. You have to ask yourself, you really have to ask yourself, what is going on here? Like, why does this keep happening? Here's a shot of the. Let me see here. Let me make this bigger. So here is a shot right here of the river that's just massively overflowing in Pittsburgh.
Barges break loose and flow down the Ohio River. New video in now showing a boat on the river trying to corral some of those barges. Pittsburgh Public Safety says 26 runaway barges broke loose last night, most of them loaded with dry cargo like coal. They say there were no hazardous materials on board. Emergency crews got the call around 11:30 last night. The latest information we've had is that 11 barges have been stopped while the others have gone down the river toward Emsworth, 6 of them going over the Emsworth Dam. Officials say the West Bridge, McKees Rocks Bridge, and Bruno Island Rail Bridge were shut down overnight while crews tried to control the barges. And this is a new look at Peggy's Harbor Marina on the city's north side. You can see the damage left to the docks there after barges collided with them. We're told no one was hurt in all this. We've also reached out to the owner-operator of the barges this morning. We'll let you know when we hear back on that.
So, I mean, is this just a freak accident? Is this something that keeps happening because we're in the most consequential year of our republic? What is going on here? I need to know. We've never had these kinds of coincidences happen over and over again. I'm just really, really confused. I would love to hear from you, Nez Nation, what your thoughts are on this. Is this just another freak coincidence? Is this just another freak accident? How do 20 barges just break loose? It makes no sense. Do you think this was an innocent mistake? Or do you see how much the desperation is kicking in? Do you know where these barges were headed? The bridge. That's where those barges were headed. So, I mean, this is just really, really interesting. You know, I always bring you the latest and the break. You know, here's another video I want to actually share with you right now. This is another video, and then I'll say a couple of things, and then I want to share this with you right here because there's more interesting angles on this, and I also think this kind of shows a little bit more here. Let's share this right here. Hold on a second. Start this over. Here's another video from CBS Pittsburgh.
Good morning, Megan. At this time, Pittsburgh police say that 26 barges broke loose and floated down the Ohio River. You can see where some of them got stuck right here at the Emsworth Lock and Dam. And so far, no reports of anyone hurt. Now, if you take a look at your screen, this is a look from up above. Police say the call came in just before 11:30 last night. Out of the 26 barges, 23 were loaded and 3 were empty. Those that were loaded were carrying dry cargo like coal, but no hazardous materials. Now, Peggy's Marina sustained extensive damage. We caught some of that in the early morning hours. So far, 11 of the barges were located pinned against the riverbank by Bruno Island and are currently being held by a tugboat. 14 continued down the river and 6 went over the Emsworth Dam. According to police, Campbell Transportation Company owns and operates the barges, which is located on the left descending bank of the river just downstream from the West End Bridge. For several hours, that bridge was closed, but is now back open in both directions. It's unclear if rail traffic remains, though, shut down to Bruno Island. Now, we've also seen some traffic back on the McKees Rocks Bridge as well, but have not confirmed whether it's back open in both directions. We've also reached out to the Army Corps of Engineers, and so far they have no updates. For now, reporting live.
Okay, so you know, this is so interesting to me because Francis Scott Key Bridge collapses. Other bridges too that faced some damages and faced another barge hitting another bridge. I think this was correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I'm just kind of off the top of my head, but there was another incident. Now we have this Pittsburgh, 26 barges. I mean, that never happens. We never hear of anything like that happening. I pray to God for the sake of our country that these are just coincidences, that these are just accidents. but it begs the question, what is going on here? What is happening here? Is this an incident of wag the dog? Are they trying to distract us from all of the inflation crisis, the economic crisis, the foreign policy crisis, the crisis at the border, the crisis with migrants and illegal aliens getting $15,000 credit cards, the homeless crisis? What is going on here? Is this a case of wag the dog? Do they think that the American public is just stupid? I'd love to hear from you guys. So let me know in the comments down below. As always, this is your boy Nez, hoping you are all doing fantastic. God bless you. God bless the United States of America, and I'll see you soon.